Hello viewers, this is SteamBoy27. Welcome back to Let's Play Summon Night. So, to fix that whole infinite material glitch that I had for testing purposes only, I just had to start all over. Unfortunately, I don't have a code that'll give me infinite mystic ore, just mystic ore, because mystic ore is really hard to get, and I'll explain that later. Anyway, so yeah, the result of this means I don't have an axe. That I don't mind. Everything else is the same. I actually had the same amount of experience, same amount of gold. I managed to replicate the game all the way through. I have a bandage. Oh, by the way, this bandage, even though it heals you, you can turn it into materials, which is what I usually do with the bandage. So basically, I'm left with... Where is it? I'm left with that, but I can't use it, so I can't get the other weapons yet. And I don't want to fight the next guy without showing you all the weapon types. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in here. But we're gonna wait, because I need a pause break. Yeah, I know it's early, but I need a pause break. Deal with it. Okay, I'm back, and we're gonna keep going. Yeah, I recommend you do this, even because if you don't level up a little more, you're gonna have some trouble. Alright, basics for a sword type weapon. Hold down and press A to do a stabbing motion. And with other, hold on, you can do a 3 triple slash. With other weapons, you'll be able to do a combo out of the stab, but not with a knife. That's the basic thing. You can jump and slash too. The knife is just good. Now notice how the knife says 50, and now it says 48, 47. That's durability. When the durability goes all the way down, the weapon will break. This is what I meant by the hammer being the best weapon in the game. Well, the strongest one in the game. Simply because the hammer doesn't break. You can't break the hammer. It's just amazing. Anyway. Hey, rawr. I was totally hitting you. Now die. Okay, so I'll explain some more things. When you beat a monster, the ending screen shows experience, bonus, and gold. Now the way to get... Okay, the first... Experience and... Oh, wow. Okay, pause. Experience and gold are self-explanatory, but bonus. You get... Bonus is extra experience for doing certain things. Either you beat up the enemy within a certain amount of time, or do without getting hurt. Okay, and you'll get up to like maybe 10% of what you could have gotten as a bonus. Anyway, this is a spell sword. Any enemy that says spell in its name, like a spell plus blank weapon, in this case it's a sword, they'll have mystic ore, and you want to fight these things. Not only because they drop the mystic ore, but they also drop the most money out of any other monster. Plus, they're really hard. So let's demonstrate another thing. Enchant Aqua. Your summon will come in and make your weapon glow a certain color. In this case, it's water. And then it'll be imbued with that element. I think that these enemies are the hardest. Ow. Mostly because they sometimes don't flinch and they'll drive your weapon to near breakage. But they give you a lot of experience and a lot of money. And I want more agility. In this game, I pretty much go for agility no matter what. There are certain points in the game where it bites me in the butt later, but I don't care. It's totally worth it. Here we have a gremlin. Right, its name is Gremlin? Alright. This thing is fire elemental, making water attacks better to more effective on them. If you use a fire attack on it, it'll do less damage. Wow, another level up. Sweet. You also get bonus for fighting an enemy that is stronger than you. Alright, hold on a second. It is important to fight in this game. Make sure you fight a lot. Typically, it doesn't take that long, and you benefit a lot more from it. Anyway. Okay, so, see these barrels? Press A to smash them. And randomly, come on. There we go, you'll get a piece of scrap that you can use to piece of scrap you can use to smelt into materials. In this floor range, from 1 to 3, in this case, you can get bottomless cups, fans. I think they're broken fans. Why aren't I hitting this thing? Broken fans and matchboxes. So if you didn't want to bow down to Stannery, you can get the matchbox instead from a barrel. And here we get some more iron ore, probably for a second weapon if you wanted that one. I should have the bestiary, but I don't know where it is. It's supposed to be there somewhere. Once I have the bestiary, I'll show you what they do, and I give you a little bit better of a perspective on what the monsters do. I want to see it right now. Yeah, I don't see them. Where are they? I should have a bestiary, but I don't for some reason. Alright, so we got another spell, Aqua Tornado. Oh, and if you look, you can see the capacity for Enchant Aqua is now 2 instead of 1. When your summon levels up, it'll sometimes increase the amount of times it can do a certain spell, which is obviously very useful. Now let's demonstrate this move. I think this is probably my favorite move, simply because it has a large area. The other moves are pretty bad, and you will get to see them. The thing about these summons is that the only difference is the order in which they get the spells, and how much of each spell they get. In this case, Sugar will get more water-typed, and less fire-typed elemental summons. Now down here is probably where you want to go to train, because you'll fight a lot more things down here, and you'll run into spell swords a lot sooner. Come on. It's a shame I can't hit all these at once. We'll fix that. Bottomless cups, good. The thing you'll be running out of here the most is probably going to be matchboxes, which can be dropped by these gremlins. So if you're lucky, the gremlin will give you a matchbox. You kind of need a lot of matchboxes if you want to do what I'm going to do. And, oh, a toy ring. They also drop these, which you can also smelt. But what I want to do is take it and equip it. Attack plus 1. It's pretty good. You do with what you get. Got a broken fan. Alright, that's it. You really can't expect much. Ooh, Pumpkino. Pumpkino, I don't think they drop anything. They should drop a... I don't think they do. I really need to find out where the bestiary is. I swore I'm supposed to have it now, but maybe I get it later? I don't know. All I know is that it's event specific. And now that they're eagle, I want more attack. The only things I care about are agility and attack. I don't care about defense at all, really. Alright. So the other summon spirit you could get was a wind beast, an oni, a demon with the power of fire, or a summon, or a what's it called? I guess you can call it a robot with the power of electricity. They're not too different, so don't like panic if you want anything different. But I will tell you that the fire summon spirit has the lowest magic power, and the water spirit has the highest amount of magic power. And what I mean by magic power is that number, magic, M-A-G, 16. She has the most. She's the most powerful one in the game. And we get invisible plot wall, except it's not so invisible as it is in Officer. That doesn't make sense. Earthquakes, whatever. I don't think it makes any sense to me. Anyway, let's get out of here. Gee, I hope I can make enough, hope I can get enough materials for this axe. I want to show all the weapons before we fight Javs. Yeah, I'll probably have to see. I'll have to see, hold on. What do we got? We got enough. We got 2 iron ore, broken fans, bottomless cups. The way it'll play out is that you'll have too much water, too little fire, and it makes for a very frustrating playthrough. Yep, I don't have enough. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go buy bandages. Basically, the way to get through this is to buy bandages. It will take a long time. The game will have to give you access to new items before you can safely get more of the fire element. Because it's easy to get the fire one and the wind type, but getting these are kind of difficult, especially since bandages are so expensive. So let's go make that axe now. I mean, I already showed you how to get new ones, but I need to start where I last left off. Alright, so now we can make it. Oh wait, that's right, I didn't smelt my bandage. There we go. There we go. Now we can make it. And then I'll have one more thing to explain. And we get the wooden axe again. Alright, now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go to Braun, and I'm going to ask for each weapon material. I'm going to create all of them, and then I'll get back to you. See you in a second. Alright, I'm back, and I've created one of each basic weapon. I have an axe, sword, axe, spear, knuckles, and a drill. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain all of them with another run through the dungeons. Out of all the weapons, I think my favorite is the sword. It's hard to beat the sword. And my brother, who also played this game, I think his favorite is the drill, and arguably, I believe it's also pretty good. I think our second favorite is both of our second favorites are the knuckles. We both love the knuckles, and for good reason. I think our least favorite, and I think everyone's least favorite, is the axe. And the spear, it's only good for certain occasions, but I will show you them now. Alright, let's rock. I'm gonna go from the bottom up. Well, actually, I'll just go through around this floor. I want to crack some more barrels. It was kind of hard getting some more matchboxes and bandages. And for now, I won't be grinding for Mystic Ore, but I'll be getting all the Mystic Ore weapons in a little bit. So the spear, if you press A, you'll thrust forward. Hold down, you'll thrust upwards. Press up and A at the same time, you'll spin it. Jump and attack, you'll spin it. And if you hold the button, you'll charge up for an attack and shoot a little wave forward. Now for the axe, you get one slash. You either get a horizontal or vertical slash depending on the weapon, a upwards attack, and if you hold down, you'll do an upwards swipe, and if you charge, you'll do a downward slash that moves you a little bit forward and knocks the enemy back. And I'll wait for the next fight to explain Knuckles. All right, let's go get some more barrels because I need some. Alright, now let's go to Knuckles. Knuckles have a basic 5-hit combo. The first hit and the last hit doing more damage than the other one. It has the air attack is pretty weak, not recommended. And if you hold down, you'll do an uppercut. Now what you can do with this uppercut is you can end the combo with the uppercut. And basically that's probably what you want to always do, end it with the uppercut. And now let's go to the last one, my brother's favorite, by the way. The drill. And it's probably the most versatile weapon. I still prefer swords. Alright. Simple stuff. The drill. Press A, you do a jab forward. If you jump and attack, same thing. If you hold down and press A... Hey, Buster. Stop that. I'm trying to do stuff here. Alright, if you hold down and press A, come on guys, you will do a multi-hitting strike. And this is very useful for certain reasons. And the last, the second last ability, if you press up and A, you will drill upwards. Good for enemies that will fly later in the game. Now if you charge it up, this takes way too long for it to be useless, but it looks cool. you'll dash through all the enemies with the drill-like fashion. Now, if you happen to hit the enemy with the end of this move, it'll do continuous damage, and it's pretty good. So if you can calculate distance, it's a good weapon to use. I can't, therefore I won't use it. Ooh, broken fan. Yeah, I can't get infinite Mystic Ore without getting infinite everything else, therefore, not gonna get it. Yeah, I hate the axe. It's got good strength, but god, I can't. Not being able to hit things really bothers me. The upward slash has little to no utility. There's no real reason to use it. It's weaker, no reason. Knuckles are pretty good. To keep one enemy distracted long enough for you to unleash the next volley. But as always, I prefer the knife. Really, honestly, I prefer the knife. My favorites are the knife, the spear, and the knuckles. When I'm going through dungeons anyway. And when I'm fighting a person, I prefer either a sword or a drill. And I will show you why in a second. And god, I love the spear when it comes to multiple enemies. Always keep a spear or a drill handy, so you can hit multiple enemies if they happen to come about. Alright, well that's enough explaining. Now, hold on. Let's jump in. Come on. Hey, let me get it off. There we go. Yeah, don't ever actually go next to an enemy and try to do that. It won't work. Now, the only blind spot to this move is right next to you, so it's not terribly good, but it's got more range than the other, well, more vertical range than the other attacks, so I prefer it over the other moves. Personally, my least favorite element is wind, just because I don't think wind is a very menacing element. Sure, I mean I've seen tornadoes, but in this game, I don't see it. Also, I haven't gone over guarding. If you guard for a long time, well, anytime, your durability will go down. But if you guard exactly the moments, well, maybe there's a little lenience, but if you guard exactly the moments you fight, you get hit, it'll say guard and you will take no damage. And I don't know if that affects the durability rating, but it's useful in some cases. I also believe that if an enemy hits you and you press that guard, you get that guard message, it'll reduce their durability even more than it would if you just normally guarded. Alright, so that's it. For next time, I'm going to be using the drill. Actually, no, I'm not. One more thing to explain. Crap. Alright, let's explain one more thing. Let's create weapons. If we create a weapon, and you have enough Mystic Ore, you will get this prompt. And then you will try making a new technique. But the requirements are different because now you'll be consuming ore. And kablamo! We have another weapon. The Fire Dagger. This is the gimmick of this game. And with every tier of weapons, you will have a certain kind of element. In this case, it's fire. All these weapons, they unlock fire. Hold on, I think I need the rest. Hold on a second. So, the Novice Knuckles, the Axe, the Spear, the Drill, they'll all be fire elemental. And it goes along this pattern pretty much the entire game. When you have a sword that is water, all the other weapons that go along with that tier are water as well as you go through it. So there's not really a need for you to have all elemental weapons, but there is a point. There's a point to it. Oh, this guy needs to leave behind his cat. Well, let's go help the guy. We need to find someone in this town that's willing to take in a cat. They were very subtle with this side quest, so who knows. This is the house, right? Yeah, you want a kitty. Well, mommy won't let you, huh? So who's gonna help me? Oh, I have seen a cat. Alright, and so we get this technique. So to further explain through this long episode, which is clearly justified since I didn't have much action this episode, or the first two episodes, so clearly justified. you see that we have... Hold on. We have a technique already in our roster that takes Mystic Ore, an axe, and a drill. This is because my summon spirit is only good at making elemental weapons of spear and knuckle type. Every summon spirit can enchant swords, but they can only specialize in 2 other weapons. To compensate for this, you do side quests. Every day, every new day, every time you get another sword technique, you need to look for side quests that will give you a elemental technique of a weapon that you cannot normally enchant. And by doing this, you will be rewarded not only with the ability to make that weapon, but with something else later. But that's for like end of the game stuff. I'll tell you all about that later. This is Nemoy27, wishing you a brighter tomorrow. Have a good day, everyone.